On Guam, we didn't always need signs. We just knew the way to the beach. The paths were part of us, shared by memory and by use.
Public access means our right to reach places that belong to all of us in Guam, like beaches, reef flats, and trails. It's both a legal and cultural right. Yet the lines between public and private aren't always clear.
The access to public beaches, some people think that, when they see all the hotels in Tumon or they see all the jungle in front of the beach, that they can't go in there. But there is a law that every beach has to have public access, and private property owners must provide that easement.
A public easement is basically a legal pathway that lets people cross over private lands to get somewhere, like a beach. Here on Guam, easements are important because a lot of the coastlines are surrounded by private property. Easements make sure that people can get to the ocean, which is something that we're all entitled to.
There's almost really no private beach on Guam. From the high water mark to inland, that's all public. It could be sitting in front of your property, it could be sitting in front of my property, the beach line, but the sand and the water does not belong to us. It belongs to the public.
On Guam, access to the land and sea is deeply rooted in Chamorro culture. For many, these areas are not just recreational, they're sacred, historic, and essential to survival.
Beach access isn't about laws and permits. It's about, the people and connecting with the land. And one of the more important things about what we do here at Land Management is making sure that there's a balance between a development and what we value as a people, which would be the land, the ocean, and our heritage.
They shouldn't even have to ask permission to walk in. There has to be an access there or an easement for them to walk in. So this is how you see people walking on the beaches. This is how you see fishermen walking with their rod, with their net. You wonder, how do they get in here? How do they get in this property? There's always an access to that property.
If there are assigned entry and exit points, it kind of gives people a designated area where they should be entering, and that lessens the trampling of vegetation or loosening of compacted sediment, because all of that during rainfall leads to increased sedimentation or erosion, which can affect our water quality, but also just generally cause coastal erosion. So I think that well-maintained public access points can really improve our environment and lessen our impact.
Some of these trails to the ocean are not documented. So when land gets sold or developed, access can get blocked, sometimes without realizing it. And then once that happens, it's tough to get the access back.
We do see development, particularly like in Tumon. It's not as clear to the public where these public access points are, where they're supposed to be in place. In that sense, development does threaten public access, just the inability of not being able to know where it is.
So when going to the beach, some access points are clearly blocked. Others, they just vanish. No signs, no clear path, just overgrown and forgotten. But sometimes when development happens, an old path can reappear, a reminder that public access can be hidden, but not always gone.
So we look for opportunities when there is development along the ocean shores. But again, if there's already something in place and there's something that's good and there's something that the public has relied on for a long time and it works for them, then we kind of weigh that also. Do we need another access? I don't know if people are gonna say, oh yeah, I want one through every hotel and all of that.
We wanna try to leave everything, even the accesses, as natural as it could be, so that people can enjoy. Walking into the access and they find a little shell here or a little plant there, that makes it more interesting. But if we're going to pave it and make it easy for everybody to go in, then you lose some of that beauty that Guam has to offer.
One of my main projects is to develop the Guam Seashore Reserve Plan. So the Seashore Reserve Plan came about from the Territorial Seashore Protection Act of 1974, and it's kind of been in the works over the last 50 years. And one of the objectives is public access, to maintain it for maximum visual enjoyment and also the physical use of the area. I'm working with the different GovGuam agencies to maybe develop new policies, maybe for infrastructure along the coastline, to ensure that public access is not hindered. But we do want the public, our stakeholders, to be involved in it. So be on the lookout. If you have any comments or concerns or input, you can email gcmp@bsp.guam.gov.
There are multiple government agencies that are working to safeguard public access, from the Department of Land Management to the Bureau of Statistics and Plans. Efforts are being made to map, monitor, and enforce public easements.
It can be frustrating to run into barriers or uncertainty when trying to reach the beach, but there's always another option. The Guam Coastal Management Program created an online map that highlights where legal access points are located. The site also allows the community to report any access issues, helping keep the coast open and accessible for everyone. Public access is a community issue, and it takes all of us. Whether you swim, fish, paddle, or just love a sunset, it's our right and our responsibility. So report block paths and be part of the story, because our island is built on the spirit of Anafa Malik, caring for one another, and protecting public access is a part of that.
So together, let's preserve what makes Guam, Guam.